Becoming healthy and staying healthy is actually much simpler than us fitness YouTubers make it out to be. And I'm not saying that their information is bad per se, but I feel like there's just too much information out there, a lot of it being irrelevant. The information age that we find ourselves in has led us to new problems. One of those problems being too much information, especially in realms where less information could mean more. And this is definitely prominent in the fitness industry. All of the fitness information and the seemingly conflicting fitness information can leave one paralyzed. It's called paralysis by analysis. Have you ever tried to learn something new, to start working out, or to get healthier, only to look up a bunch of YouTube videos and blog posts, if you still do that, only to be left with a copious amount of information that would make even St. Thomas Aquinas blush? You spend hours pondering YouTube, disseminating all of the information that you find there, when in reality you could have just started working out and starting to actually see success. Instead of a half hour of surfing through information, you could have done 3 sets of push-ups, 2 sets of 60-second planks, and what, like 10 minutes of walking? Boom, that's a workout. All of this to say that being healthy is so much simpler than you think it is, and you don't need to comb through YouTube just to be healthy. Well, my brother in Christ, you will have to look no further. These are 7 steps that you can use today to start getting healthier. You can only change your life if you start changing it first. I know, big brain idea. I had to use all of my 2 brain cells to come up with that one. But in all honesty, it's easier to achieve a healthier and better life if you start with something simple and doable. That's what I did and what everybody in the world did in order to achieve something, well, great. They all sucked at that one thing that they are now known to be the best at. What's similar between all of us was that we started. So, let's get started. These are 7 things that you can start doing right now. You don't have to do all of them, you can do some of them, but I recommend starting with 1, go down the list, and slowly over time, start adding these into your daily life. And we're gonna start off with a very easy one. Numero uno, walk 10 minutes a day, 3 times a day. Walking might not seem like a lot of activity, but it pays dividends in the long run. Those steps add up. I remember when I was still serving in the downtown Naperville area, but as a server, you're basically walking the entire time. Whether it's a 6-hour shift or a 12-hour shift if you're working a double, you're basically on your feet the entire time. So naturally, after a 12-hour shift, I take off my shoes, I pop my blisters, wipe the blood off my shoes, and check my steps. And I worked up to a solid, it was a little bit over 30,000 steps for that entire shift. Now, again, like I said, in that 12-hour shift, I didn't take a break. I was on my feet the entire time. So again, that's an extreme case. Anyway, where am I going with this? I found that when I was walking that much while also exercising, mind you, the weight would just fall off. Crazy stuff. So those steps do add up. And you don't have to walk for 13,000 steps. Just 10 minutes, 3 times a day. If 3 is too hard for you, do it twice a day. If twice a day is too hard for you, try it once a day. If once a day is too hard for you, there's no saving you. But if you're feeling ambitious, instead of walking 3 times a day for 10 minutes, just try to reach 10,000 steps. Again, the more that you put into this, the more results you're gonna see. And I must put an asterisk here. All of this will work 100 times better if you also exercise with resistance training. You hear me? I'm gonna repeat. Resistance train alongside this. That is your foundation, okay? And this is another easy one that you just might not think about, but it's pretty important. Numero dos. Keep water ever by your side. If it's a water bottle, a mug, a Yeti, I don't really care. Whatever it is, make sure you have water next to you everywhere you go. It's going to make it immensely easier to hit your water intake every day, which for men, it's like 104 ounces per day, and women, it's a little bit less than that. I think it's 72. Again, if you're working out, I recommend drinking a little bit more. So add like 15 ounces to 20 ounces to that. But why would you want to stay hydrated? Becoming hydrated not only makes you less susceptible to injury, but it actually helps you build more muscle because the muscles are actually more supple and hydrated, so they contract better. They perform better in the gym. And 3, this is a big one, it helps you burn fat. When your body is hydrated, it's less worried about other stuff that it has to do for, life. And it can start letting go of the things it doesn't need, including excess visceral body fat. So stay hydrated, damn it. Numero tres. And again, this is a big one. I mean, they're all kind of big ones at this point. I don't know why I keep saying that. Sleep 7 to 8 hours per night. Damn it. I'm telling you right now, the reason that you feel like shit every single day, I am willing to bet that 90% of the reason why that is the case is because you're not sleeping enough, or you're not sleeping well. And what do you mean by that, Coach Christian? Well, let me get to that, okay? Chill. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night is not difficult. You're just lazy. That's what I want to say. Should I leave that in? I'm gonna leave it in. Get off your phone and close your eyes. Seriously, every time you're in bed, literally make your smartphone off limits. You will thank me later, but I would even go further. And sometimes you can do this, sometimes you can't. This is a little more lenient. The 30 minutes before you go to bed, stay off your phone or like any kind of artificial light. Now, I say this like with an asterisk, like I'm gonna be lenient with this one because even I don't do that. But I definitely don't scroll on my phone. That is like the worst thing you can possibly do before bed. So stop doing it or I'll slap you. In Minecraft YouTube, no excuses. And if you want to sleep better, maybe you just can't turn off at the end of the night. Well, there are a few things that you can do there, but I understand that life can be hectic and maybe you work late and you get home late and it's just kind of a mess. Turn off all the lights at least a half hour before bed. It helps, but sometimes that's not possible. I get it. Do what you can. Now let me give you the downsides of what happens if you don't get enough sleep. And some of these I guarantee you've experienced before. Exhaustion, brain fog, weight gain, irritability, and a black eye, either from you or your coworker, one of the two, or both. So don't get fired. Get more sleep. Number 4 is a pretty easy one. I can't see how you couldn't possibly do this one. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water. Remember numero dos, keep water ever by your side? Well, now with number 4, you can put a pinch of salt in that water and you've just killed 2 birds with 1 drone. Salt is your friend. It's an important electrolyte necessary to keep the body hydrated. If you're not hydrated, headaches, irritability, risk of injury, and the worst, weight gain. You don't want that, right? I don't want that for you. It'll improve your performance in the gym and out of the gym, in your work, in your daily life. Just a pinch is all you need. Next one. Numero 5, number 5. Eat your damn protein. Roughly 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's the simplest way to go about it. There's a lot of ranges, but dude, like it's simple. You're definitely getting enough. You're not overdoing it. It's like the perfect middle ground. 1 gram per pound of body weight, not kilo, pound. We're in America. And this one is simple. If you don't eat enough protein every day, you can't recover from your work or your training. And if you can't recover from your work or from your training, you're not going to get stronger. You're not going to build muscle mass. Your body's going to hold on to what it's got for dear life. You're not going to lose weight and you're going to be miserable. Again, I don't want that for you. I want to save you from the agony. Strive to make protein your main dish in all of your meals. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 500, I don't care. Just make it the primary portion of your meal. If you need to enlist the aid of protein powder, that is absolutely fine. Just make sure that you're not housing 3 to 4 protein shakes a day, completely replacing real food, because that would be cheating and your farts would be so unbearable to your loved ones. And I don't want you to get a divorce. Divorce is bad. I don't want that for you. Number 6, and I'm gonna coin Greg Doucette, Coach Greg, for this one. Eat less processed food than last time. That's basically it. Take whatever processed foods that you eat on a daily basis, whether it's cookies, Snickers bars, chocolate, what else, man? There's a lot. Like Oreos, Butterfingers, hell, even some kind of protein bars. Though that one I'm gonna be lenient with because at least you're trying. But yeah, take whatever processed foods that you eat on a daily basis, the ones that you eat most of the time, and cut that portion in half. So eat half of the processed foods that you usually eat on a daily basis. And if that's too much for you, just cut out a quarter. If that's still too much for you, then again, there's no saving you. If you want to change your life, you have to change your life. The idea is to eliminate processed foods altogether, but if you can't relinquish those Oreos or those animal crackers, believe me, I get it. Oreos are like crack. Then allow yourself one day to indulge in whatever your guilty pleasure is. Just make sure it's not a whole sleeve or 2 of Oreos. Half of one, maybe. 1, no. Okay, we made it. Number 7. This one's gonna suck, but it's real. It's true. It is the truth and nothing but the truth, honest to God. Number 7 is limit your alcohol consumption to once a week or none at all. I probably should have put a trigger warning in before that, but I'm putting it in now. Alcohol is considered a poison to the body. So every time you drink this tantalizing substance, your body drops everything that it's doing in order to filter out this foreign substance, including burning fat. No, no, no. We can't do that right now. There is an invader that needs to be destroyed. Your body thinks that this alcohol is laying siege to it. Invasion type shit. It's like the Trojan horse, except not at all, because you know it's a poison and you drink it and like, you already know, but like, you know what? That's a terrible example. And let me tell you, it takes a while for that alcohol to be filtered out. I've seen many a training sessions go to waste because of alcohol. Yes, I went to college, and yes, I did college things. I've repented of those. I've confessed them to a priest. I am okay now. I put it all in the past. I'm just gonna make the educated guess and say that if you quit drinking alcohol, if you do drink, your life's just gonna get better, and it will never get worse. Don't believe me? Try it. Long story short, alcohol consumption equals feeling like shit, anxiety, and weight gain. And sure, I get it, like in the moment, you feel good, you feel relaxed. I get it, man. I'm not telling you to quit cold turkey once a week. That's it. Hooray, you made it. Those are the 7 things that you can start doing today to live healthier. And I'm gonna add another quick note here. I've already mentioned it a little while back, but make sure that you're doing all of this while you're also resistance training, because it's literally going to make your progress 1,000 times faster, and you're gonna get results 1,000 times faster. It's just gonna be better, dude. Resistance training is your foundation. Again, I'm just rehashing what I said because it's that damn important. If you don't know what resistance exercises to do, there's a lot of YouTube videos about different exercises that you can do, and they're good. Look, all I'm gonna say is find a squat video, find a bench video, and find a deadlift video, and just focus on those 3 movements in the beginning. Nothing else. It's not important. That's where you start. The bench, deadlift, and squat. It could be a back squat, front squat, a goblet squat, toilet squat. I don't care. That's where you start. No ifs, ands, or buts. But what about this exercise? But what about this one? What about that one? I don't care. Yes, they're all good, but those don't matter right now. You need to start somewhere, so start here. Squat, deadlift, bench. Go. If you guys have any other fitness related questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to address them in future videos. Leave a like on the video if you learned a thing or two or want to see more of this kind of content. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Until next time, see ya.